So CBN is going to clear FX backlog in 1 or 2 weeks. Nothing CBN says gives me hope. So Emmanuel, please help.
Okay, so for those who don't really understand, the FX backlog is like pent up demand for dollars that CBN has not been able to meet on the official window.
So where's the magic going to happen?
Yeah, it's very light on details. They're very light on details on where the money is going to come from. So estimates is saying the amount is between $2 billion to $2.5 billion. Well, JP Morgan is saying this is up to $7 billion. Then the CBN governor is saying that is a bloody lie.
Mm-hmm.
And
Acting
Okay.
yeah, so the acting CBN governor says that's a bloody lie.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, I have some reason to believe the CBN governor in terms of the estimates. My confidence in those global bodies like JP Morgan, McKinsey, it's reducing.
Okay.
Even the World Bank is reducing. I feel well. Let me just leave it at that, yeah. But the question that is still on my mind is where is this money going to come from?
Mm-hmm.
They didn't say anything like that. So, but it is very, very important that the CBN is able to clear. If not, all the explanations, all the policies is just shalaye without evidence or explanation.
If you want to make educated guesses, the best place foreign exchange is supposed to come from is from export, right?
Yeah.
And no miracle is happening overnight on what we are exporting. They don't want to go and borrow.
So, okay, yesterday when most Nigerians were waiting with bated breath for the judicial this thing, where of course, as an aside, the judiciary said technology is not compulsory for INEC to use in elections.
Yeah, in 2023.
In big 2023. But that is fine. It's not a problem. We understand connectivity and everything. But while everybody was waiting with bated breath, those in power were not. They were in India in a very, very important investor summit. So apparently the president of the federation was cutting for FDI. So they were able to pledge almost between $500 to $700 million for the tech space alone.
Interesting.
And electricity and other sectors even got over $1 billion pledge that they will be investing. So I'm thinking the routes Mr. President want to take right now, low-hanging fruits, that might not be the best route, is FDI investment. So companies investing in... but in the context of our GDP and in the context of our currency, what will make the economy healthy in the long run? Like we were saying that time when they floated the naira. Floating the naira alone is not going to change anything. Where is the dollar going to come from?
Exactly.
You need exports.
You need exports.
To make it make sense.
That is the main thing.
Yeah.
So the hope is that the FDI, which is on the demand side of the GDP equation, is going to increase production, which is on the supply side of the GDP equation. So
we're looking at our track record.
So if we need exports, right? If we need a lot of exports, I'm now thinking, how important are we
to even want to buy from
people
us?
in the tech space, right? How important are we to making sure that this floated naira or these monetary policies actually work? So what role does the tech space actually play? Are we even needed?
So we are actually needed. So there's something I was calculating before this conversation, right? Part of the supply side of the equation is how much profits the companies make at the end of the year. It's part of those revenue that the companies generate that contributes to the GDP of the country. So if the Nigerian companies are productive and make enough money, they might be able to improve the overall levels of productivity. That might not increase consumer spending, and it's like ripple effect. But on a direct level, they are actually supposed to be companies. So if you take India, for instance, now India has hacked the tech side of exports. People commissioning Indian companies for software projects and paying them in foreign currencies.
Indians
so that is attracting. So, but in Nigeria, for instance, how many digital nomads is the government able to capture? How many would rather keep their money in crypto or keep their money with Payoneer and only trickle down the little that they need. India, for instance, has captured this whole idea of startups contributing to exports because they've built a lot of software solutions that people are using globally. So when companies or individuals across the world are paying for those solutions, it's coming to that company's account in India, and it can be counted as export. So that kind of export it removes the whole infrastructure, logistics, shipment, and everything challenges. But the flip side of that, in Nigeria, most of our Nigerian startups incorporate in Delaware. And the money is going there. So even when startups raise funds, for instance, that could be FDI.
Could be, but
they are putting it in banks like Silicon Valley Bank. And all of that. I'm not sure how many Nigerian banks are actually holding those funds, and that is also FDI that could be coming to them. So yeah, startups have a role.
Okay. Yeah, it's just for the what's it called? Atmosphere. That's not the word I was looking for.
The
ecosystem to be favorable, everything will just fall into place.
The ecosystem you're talking about is outside of tech, like all those things.
Yes. So yes.